Like a beacon on a hilltop, Collinsville breezes furrow the black and gold. Here it is, the biggest game of the season to date in the Bird's Nest. The McAlester Buffaloes have the opportunity to secure their first regional championship since 2006 and get into the driver's seat for a ticket to the state tournament. However, there is an experienced, hungry, and talented Collinsville squad on the opposite side of the scorer's table with a raucous crowd surrounding them. Can the Buffaloes return to former glory, or will Collinsville be one win away from their fifth state tournament in 8 years? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to the Collinsville Event Center in Collinsville, Oklahoma for the 2026 Oklahoma 5A Regional Tournament Championship. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside Nate Brown, and you're tuned in to the Buffalo pregame show here on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM on the KNED app, as well as at McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab. Tonight we have the Collinsville Cardinals and your McAlester Buffaloes. Partner, yesterday we had a lot of sitting around and waiting and sometimes push-ups, if you've seen that clip going around a little bit here. With these two high-flying offenses that we have tonight, though, don't expect much of the same.
Oh, no, absolutely not. This Collinsville team is a team that likes to run, they like to shoot, and they like to shoot three-point shots. It's going to be a high-flying, exciting matchup here in Collinsville.
So we went back and we looked at it in our game yesterday. McAlester won it 39-31 to end Bishop Kelly's season. It extends McAlster's season. No matter what happens today, McAlester will be going to the area tournament, but that doesn't mean you should play lax today. We'll tell you why.
Definitely not.
We'll tell you why a little bit later. But in the middle quarters of our game yesterday, Bishop Kelly held the ball for 12 out of the 16 minutes. And plus they held it for another minute to start the game after they won the tip. But they were outscored 6-3. Get that, 6-3 in quarters 2 and 3 as McAlester won a low-scoring game for their first playoff win since 2022. McAlester shot 62% from the field to 48% for Bishop Kelly. And also they were 4 of 8 from 3 to BK's 2 of 11. McAlester had 5 rebounds. To get this, the Comets had 6 rebounds for a 32-minute game.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what we were looking at. Rodney Washington, though, hey, you would have thought that he would play, the full 4 quarters with no sitting around and waiting. He was 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, had 2 rebounds, 2 steals, a block, and 12 points, and 1 ferocious windmill dunk. As for Davian Pouncil, he had 4 of 6 shooting for 8 points, also had 4 rebounds, 3 steals. And Jacoby Boyd had 8 points on 2 of 2 shooting. Was also 3 of 4 from the charity stripe to match his career high. So McAlester now 18-8, looking to improve to 19-8, and if they do so, they will be 1 win away from the state tournament, their first appearance to the dance in 20 years. But looking at the Collinsville Cardinals, they have other plans. They're 23-3 this year, with their only losses to Jinx, 57-43, and Booker T. Washington twice, 63-34 and 91-42. They're in the middle of a 5-game win streak. McAlester in a 4. So far, the Cardinals this season averaging 64.9 points per game, giving up 49.7 points per game, coming off a 17-12 performance last year, losing in the first round of the state tournament to Del City, 43-34. They beat McAlester last year to end their season 68-43 back at Booker T. Then they lost to the Hornets 63-39 in the regional championship game. But get this, their area tournament was one to remember. They beat Will Rogers and Edison each by 1, 39-38 and 51-50 to go to their fourth state tournament in 7 years. They do have 6 state tournaments appearances all time, and they've now gone in back-to-back years. They have gone to a state championship game once. That was back in 1976. They were runners-up to Millwood in the 2A title game, 69-65. So far this season, they are Inola tournament champions, Lincoln Christian tournament consolation champions, and they're 5-0 in games decided by 10 or less. They have not played a lot of close games this year. They're 4-0 in games decided by 5 or less, but that, again, is a small sample size when you're looking at a total of 26 games in a year. They're led by head coach Todd Anderson. In his 14th season, he has 203 and 137. Only 4 losing seasons to Coach Anderson's name as the leader of the Birds. But I will say, McAlester, when you're looking at the way that these two teams are matching up, let's go back to that game from last year for a moment. They lost to Collinsville, as we mentioned, 68-43. Collinsville shot 45% from the field to McAllister's 30% and 38% from 3 to 19% for McAlester. The Buffaloes were also out-rebounded 36-30. Collinsville led 34-29 at halftime, but outscored McAlester 34-14 in the second half. This is what I'm looking at when I'm looking at these two teams, though. McAllister's win percentage, opponent win percentage, 54%. Collinsville's is 47%. Now, that may not seem a lot in terms of percentage-wise, but when you're looking at total wins, that's an extra 40 wins.
Oh, wow.
That McAllister's opponents have had over Collinsville's opponents in the same amount of games. Collinsville's has only also played 3 games against 20-plus win teams. They're 1-2 in those games. McAllister has played 9 games against 20-plus win teams. They're 3-6 in those games with wins over OK, Fort Gibson, and Ada. So as we look at the McAllister Buffaloes, who are some players that are going to need to step up to beat Collinsville, give them their 4th loss of the year, and be 1 win away from the state tournament, Nate?
Well, Rodney Washington will be my first player to watch tonight. Despite Bishop Kelly holding the ball for more than a quarter and a half yesterday, Rodney still ended up with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and one absolutely ferocious windmill dunk that left the crowd in awe. If McAllister is going to take down a high-flying Cardinal offense, it's got to start with Rodney. And again, if it starts with Rodney, it continues with Brandon Smith. In the possessions he got to play, in the limited possessions he got to play in due to foul trouble, he still looked very impressive yesterday, knocking down the only 3 he took, but his defense will be key today, as he'll likely have the duty of guarding Dylan Circles. And finally, my final player to watch tonight is going to be Caven Hill. Caven didn't get to play a whole lot yesterday either due to foul trouble. If he can get going early and lock down the paint, that should be a very good sign for the Buffs here in this regional championship game.
Nate, I hate to break it to you, but no one had the chance to play a whole lot yesterday.
No, that's true. But those two got to play a little bit less than everyone else.
Right, again.
Of the starters.
Total game time, out of 32 minutes, 14 of it was being held. 13 by Bishop Kelly, 1 by McAllister.
That is correct.
In terms of minutes there.
All right, moving on to keys to the game. First and most importantly, McAllister has to guard the wing efficiently. We watched this Collinsville team last year in the playoffs and yesterday against Pryor. The thing they absolutely do best is shoot the 3. If the Buffs are going to win their first regional championship since 2005-2006, you have to find a way to guard the 3. Conversely, McAllister is going to have to shoot the 3 well today. In the regular season, McAllister shot the 3 at a 29% rate. You're going to see that number. You're going to need to see that number much closer to 35 to 40% if you're going to win this game tonight. And finally, attack the post. From what I could tell watching Collinsville yesterday, they didn't seem to have the same size that McAllister does. At the very least, they don't seem to attack the paint as much on offense. If you can use your size to your advantage, you could very well walk out of Collinsville with a regional championship trophy.
Well, as both the Birds and the Buffs are warming up on Howard Ray Court inside the Collinsville Event Center, we are 2 minutes away from our national anthem, our starting lineups, and tip-off here in the 2026 Region 2 Regional Championship. Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on KNED. Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, Mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, "I'm done." And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. McAllister Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider. Deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging. More time with your provider. Same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAllister Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
This February, it's about more than getting from place to place.
It's about how you feel every time you get behind the wheel.
From comfortable sedans to versatile SUVs, there's a Nissan designed to fit your life.
With thoughtful design, advanced technology, and the confidence to go wherever life takes you.
And right now, enjoy rates as low as 0% and top dollar for your trade.
This February, love what you drive.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to the Collinsville Event Center. We now send you down to the PA table as we have the playing of our national anthem. Partner, are you ready?
Let's play some basketball.
All right, the McAlester Buffaloes will be wearing their road jerseys. Of course, they'll be the guests on the scoreboard here tonight wearing their, again, black road jerseys with the gold numerals on the front and back and the gold trim around the neck and arms. Your starting lineup for the Buffaloes, 18-8 on the year, led by first-year head coach Lou Dawkins. You have junior point guard, number 2, Brandon Smith, leading the team in steals per game at 3.4. Sophomore guard, number 3, Rodney Washington, leading the team in points per game at 21.5. Junior wing player, number 5, Davian Pouncil, leading the team in rebounds per game at 6.9. Sophomore forward/center, number 24, Caven Hill, leading the team in field goal percentage at 54%. And freshman center, number 32, Jasper Mead, who came off a 4-point performance a day ago in limited action with 3 rebounds, averaging 4.2 per game on the season. Now for the Collinsville Cardinals, they are wearing their home white uniforms with the baby blue numerals on the front and back, and across the front it says The Ville. This is also a rematch from a different sport, the first round of the 5A state tournament in football, which was a classic double overtime victory for McAlester, and some of those players played on each one of these teams. So there's a little bit of animosity there, and we're going to see how everything plays out here in the regional championship of Region 2.
And this is turning into quite a bit of a rivalry, too.
I mean, just a state championship game in football 5 years ago. But again, the Cardinals 23-3, led by head coach Todd Anderson. You have number 0, Brevin Walters, a guard. Number 3, forward, Dylan Circles. Number 11, forward, Maverick Davis. Number 12, guard, Cal Schloman. And number 22, guard, Kyler Lee. We're about to have tip-off. It's brought to you by T&W Tire McAlester. Say hi to Gail and Doug. See their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. They carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands to fit your budget. That's 918-426-6571. And the one thing that we did not mention, whoever loses this game, their season's not over.
Right.
But it's only one loss. You're only granted one loss for the rest of the year. If you win this game, you're in the driver's seat. And not only are you in the driver's seat, you'd be playing the winner of Memorial and Tahlequah. If you lost that game, then you'd have to play the winner of what would more than likely be Shawnee against Edison Prep or East Central, which if it's Edison Prep, you feel a lot better about your chances than it would be East Central. So this is a pivotal game if McAlester wants to get to the state tournament. Their best chances to get to state lies here tonight at the Collinsville Event Center. Inside the circle, it'll be Maverick Davis, opposite of Caven Hill. Ball's up in the air. Tip is won by McAlester, and it's basketball championship time here in the Heartland. Rodney Washington veering left in the front court, hands it off to Brandon Smith, who jogs to the edge of the circle. Pretty good crowd by the Collinsville Cardinals on the far side. As for McAlester, they brought a great crowd as well. We have an early call here, 16 seconds in. A moving screen by Davian Pouncil gives the ball right to the Cardinals for an early momentum boost.
And that will be the first on Pouncil, team first.
Inbound. McAlester wants to press off the side out. Working to the far sideline, jump pass back to Walters. Walters dribbles past Brandon Smith, penetrates, kicks back out on the bounce to the right wing, throws it back out straight away. Into the wing area, now driving in baseline is number 0 with the teardrop shot. Brevin Walters gets it to fall, and the Cardinals lead early 2-0. This is a rematch of last year's regional opener, again, where the Cardinals won by 25 points. Off a screen by Meade, getting it to the near corner. Smith passes to Rodney Washington on the white line. Rodney steps in, steps back out, straight away. 3 won't go. And it's an easy rebound underneath for Maverick Davis. Already a lot more action than what we saw in the first minute of yesterday's game.
No kidding.
Left wing, dribbling around the arc is Walters, who had the first 2 points of the game. Now dribbling to the high post. Stopping right along the area is Circles. Circles out near corner. Cardinals driving in, that is Lee. Lee lost it, stolen by Caven Hill in the low post. Brandon wants to push it. Near sideline, stops on a dime and waits for his offense. Off a screen by Meade, dribbles inside, triple team, looks baseline, finds after a tip pass Rodney Washington, who can't score right by the rim. And it's rebounded by Collinsville, 2-on-2 in transition the other way. Euro step inside, high off the glass, missed shot. Great transition defense by Caven Hill. He's got the board, ahead to Rodney. Rodney zooming towards the rack, and the left-handed layup rolls in. Fingertip roll, Buffaloes tied the game 2-2.
Like we said, a lot of high-flying action here in this game.
Near sideline, across the timeline, Walters stops, picked up his dribble. Works along the timeline to the right wing, 3 in the air for the lead is good. Dylan Circles, there's a reason why he wears number 3. Also one of the tallest players on the floor for the Cardinals. and they lead 5-2. That three ball is so good for them, and we saw it on display yesterday against Pryor where they had to make at least 15 threes, and it was all up and down the lineup. 5:48 left in the first quarter. Perfect pass from Rodney to Jasper Meat, who lays it in. Buffaloes pull it within one with 5:41 left in the first. Collinsville has been successful breaking the press so far. They do it again. Circles far sideline, nearly traveled, goes baseline, passes across the baseline, quick swing left wing. Walters for three, that one won't go. Meat with a tough rebound off the right block. Feeds ahead to Smith as the Buffaloes push it. 5:26 left in the first. Long right wing three, won't go. Rattles out by Rodney, and over the back is Davian Pouncil on top of Cal Schloman, and McAlester will see their third leading scorer pick up his second foul here in the first quarter.
And Jacoby Ward will check in for him here. That was Davian's second team foul on McAlester.
Jacoby Boyd had himself a day in his young career. He tied his career high with 8 points, including a key three-pointer that he scored in the first quarter. McAlester will stick with that press. Collinsville has had no trouble with it yet. They had 11 turnovers against McAlester last year in the regional opener. Driving in, stopping high post, intercepted Jacoby Boyd. Head to Hill. Hill's wanting to take it behind the back dribble. Nifty pulls up mid-range. Hezzy won't go. And the offensive board and put back Brandon Smith. McAlester takes their first lead of the game, 6-5. Across the half-court line, circles, double team. Smith tries to knock it loose. He's in trouble. Far sideline, nearly went out of bounds. Nearly a backcourt violation. Now Walters drives in. Tough left-handed layup. Gives the Cardinals the lead right back. Splitting the post players, Caven Hill and Jasper Meat.
Collinsville 3 of 5 from the field so far.
7-6, Collinsville on top. Back and forth we go. The pendulum swings, straight away three, and Brandon Smith is fouled. Let's see if they call this a 2 or a 3.
2.
2. They say he stepped over the line. This will be 2 free throws for Smith. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Smith was 2 of 4 from the line a night ago, and he makes the first free throw after a shooter's bounce off the front side of the iron. 7-7 with 4:30 left in the first, and we have our first substitution for the Cardinals. Checking in will be Cade Lee. He'll rest it next to Rodney. Second free throw for Smith is good. This one a lot more true, didn't need the rim. McAlester retakes the lead 8-7 on the foul by the Cardinals. They have one team foul. McAlester has 2, both of those fouls on Pouncil, as Nate mentioned earlier. Pass to Walters. Walters driving. Meat fouled him and one. No, they're calling it on the floor. Wow. I think McAlester got away with one there.
Yeah. That'll be on Meat. That's his first team third.
Shot looked like it was clearly going up for Brevin Walters, as Gianni Fazio will come in for Meat. As McAlester picks up their third foul, but they still have the lead, 8-7. Baseline inbound, they'll lob it out near corner to Circles, guarded by Hill. Going baseline on Hill, tough 2 block, no! Late whistle coming in. And this will be on the Buffs.
And that'll be on Caven Hill.
That might be also, it's more prevalent in baseball.
That was on Fazio, his first.
So it was a clean block by Hill, but they say that Fazio had a little bit more body there, I'm guessing. Dylan Circles at the line. First free throw is good, and we're back to a tie game at 8-8. Cardinals were 53% from the line against McAlester a year ago. No one down low to rebound, though, for Circles. In an attempt to give the Cardinals the lead back. His second free throw is good as well. And we keep on trading leads, 9-8 here in the first half of the first quarter. Smith on that white line will pass left to Rodney. Rodney looking for his second bucket of the day, near sideline Boyd. Lobs high post, quick pass back to Boyd. Boyd wide open, right wing three, short. Rodney comes in, but it's an offensive rebound by Fazio instead. Back out, Hill left wing. McAlester second chance, tip pass to the far corner to Rodney. Rodney with the right-handed dribble up the sideline. Passes across the front court, right back to Rodney. Rodney jab steps, penetrates, stops inside the paint, left alone, 10-foot jumper is good. And McAlester retakes the lead, 10-9. Can't leave Rodney alone. He is so good with that shot. He's got 4 points. Near corner, setting up for three. It's in the air. Eli Dick can't make it. Rodney grabs it out of thin air with the board. He wants to push it, stops, feeds into the corner. Smith for three, off the iron. Offensive board, Caven Hill backs up a man. Offensive foul on Caven Hill. As setting up down in the low post was Brevin Walters. He took the punishment, and that's already team foul number 5 on McAlester.
That'll be Hill's first.
Second offensive foul by the Buffaloes in this first quarter. Cardinals have been playing clean, according to the scoreboard. Teardrop shot from the left elbow won't go. On his back, as he was laying down, Brevin Walters had a rebound. Second chance for the Cardinals. Far corner three, Circles can't get it to go. Rodney gets another rebound with his team up by 1. Pushing ahead to Boyd. Boyd trying to go to baseline, and this one will be a foul as Cal Schloman made too much contact on Boyd.
That'll be the second team foul on Collinsville, his first.
He's the only player on the Cardinal floor that has a foul currently. Fazio looks, baseline, feeds it just in front of him to Hill. Hill backs up a man. Right block 2 is good, as this time Circles try to flop a little bit for the offensive foul. This time no dice. 12-9, McAlester leads by 3. It's the largest lead that either team has had thus far with 2:48 left in the first. Circles driving on Hill. Hill can't get the block. Circles with the tough 2, and it's now 12-11. McAlester leading by 1. Fazio stopping angle right, now near corner dribble. Picks it up, lobs it back along the sideline to Rodney. Rodney finds a lane, step back around the high post, but lost his dribble a bit as he was guarded well by Walters. Pass to the left wing, into the corner quickly. Fazio sets up for 3, doesn't look good, it's air ball. We've got a really good view from this baseline, and as soon as it left his hand, it looked like it was veering off the front side of the rim. Now deep in the corner, Eli Dick gives the Collinsville Cardinals the lead. 14-12 is there now on a 5-0 run, just like McAlester went on a moment ago. 2-point lead for the Cardinals. Driving in. Rodney lost it on the way up. Eli Dick with the steal. 2-on-2 ahead. Boyd knocked it loose, taken back by Dick. Out near corner. Driving, stopping, being double teamed. Ball came loose again on the floor. Who's got it? Boyd's got the steal. 2-on-2 the other way. Boyd driving. Boyd takes a lick, and he'll go to the free throw line. Irate right now is Dylan Circles, but he's keeping himself calm here to prevent anything from further transpiring in terms of technical foul territory.
That was pretty clearly a foul, Brandon, if I say so myself.
And again, they have not had a lot of fouls on them. That's only team foul number 3 and the first on Circles. I think what he's more upset about is that there was some contact on the other side of the floor, and the Cardinals didn't get that call.
That is very true. First free throw was up and in.
Buffaloes pull it within 1. We're awaiting the second free throw from Boyd, as Case Patton and Ty Moscato will get their first minutes of the regional tournament.
In for Smith and Fazio.
1:48 left in the first. Boyd a day ago was 3 of 4 from the charity stripe, en route to 8 points. Stands about a foot away from the free throw line. Can't make the second free throw, but Rodney can't grab the rebound either. Nearly had a nice putback. Just couldn't corral it with the right hand, and McAlester down by 1. On the inbound, Patton guarding a Cardinal. Pass back near sideline to Schloman. Schloman playing catch now, back to the near sideline. Across the half-court line, they beat the press. Dick gets it ahead to Walters. Walters at the right elbow, jumps inside. That's a travel, but a foul called first. Looked like we were going on a hike there for a minute in Collinsville, but I don't see any mountains around.
Fouls on Caven Hill, his second. Sorry.
Brevin Walters will go with the line, and that's now, again, as you mentioned, Hill's second personal.
That's the team's 6th foul for McAlester.
You really can't catch the ball, take a step, then take 2 more steps. First free throw is good. And it's now 15-13, Collinsville on top. Meat will come in for Hill. Cardinals have been tough to beat, 23-3. They have not played the same amount. I mean, they played some really good teams like McAlester has, but again, McAlester has played 9 different games against opponents with 20-plus wins as the second free throw is made by Walters. Cardinals have played just 3. They're 1-2 in those games. McAlster's 3-6 in theirs. 16-13, Cardinals lead the Buffaloes. 1:25 left in the first. Double team, pass to Rodney. Rodney nearly lost it, gets it back in the front court. Now tries driving, triple team, creates contact. No whistle, didn't get it in either. And a long rebound near sideline by Eli Dick. Again, reminder, McAlester has 6 fouls to the Cardinals 3. 1:10 left in the first. Right wing, Schloman penetrates, lost it, but it goes straight back to Walters straight away. Walters, teardrop shot from the left elbow is smooth. And it's the largest lead for the Cardinals at 18-13 with 58 seconds left in the first. Pass far sideline is now for the first time today. The Collinsville Cardinals running full court pressure. Moscato, tip pass out of bounds. He was looking for Boyd. 49.5 left in the first and an 18-13 McAlester disadvantage. And looks like Coach Dawkins at the very last second is able to insert Brandon Smith for Rodney Washington. And Rodney still frustrated from a couple of plays ago that he didn't get the foul call. Inbound to Patton. Patton kind of left alone in a 2-3 zone defense that the Cardinals are establishing here. Boyd pass back to Brandon. They apply pressure. Ball got tipped loose. And the Cardinals were vehemently saying that it was off of Brandon, but now we'll go instead off of Cade Lee, staying with the Buffaloes. 36.7 seconds remaining in quarter number one. McAlester looking for some points here at the end of the quarter to pull it back within a possession. Never trailed in that game against Bishop Kelly. I know they trailed early. Here's the free throw line jumper. Jasper Meat. Mid-range jumper falls, and it's now 18-15 with 17 seconds left in the first. Meat's got 4. In the backcourt, Schloman near sideline to Walters, and Brandon Smith picks up a foul. And since that is now team foul number 7 on McAlester here in the first quarter, more free throws for Walters, who has been perfect at the line. He's gotten I wouldn't say all of his points. He's gotten half of his points at the charity stripe, 4 out of the 8.
And that was just the first on Brandon.
12.5 are on the clock. And again, the McAlester fans that made the trip, whether it be on the Spirit bus or driving themselves, as the first free throw is missed. Announcer Jinx, you're welcome, McAlester Nation. They have gotten here and they've gotten loud early. I say the crowd is 65% Collinsville, but 35% McAlester. As the second free throw is made, that splits the trip at the line, and it's now 19-15. Collinsville wants a steal before the end of the quarter to go up by more. Boyd finds Moscato on the inbound. He gave it up, but he was hacked in the arm first. That's why he gave it up. That'll be a foul on Eli Dick. That's only team foul number 4, his first personal. 10.4 left in the first. Inbound to Patton, far sideline. Patton back to TNT. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4. Starts his approach. 3, 2. Near corner. Moscato. Blocked shot in the corner. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Blocked shot by Kyler Lee. And it's a 19-15 Collinsville lead as we head to quarter number 2. You're listening to McAlester Basketball here in the Regional Championship on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we're about to begin the second quarter, the Buffaloes trail at 19-15. My apologies. But one thing that McAlester needs to make sure that they keep in mind that Collinsville, if they're anything, consistent, and that is why they beat a lot of teams, is because they don't really go through lulls. So if you want to keep up with the Cardinals, you're going to have to keep up with them. You can't go through lulls yourself. 19-15 is the score. Rodney playing Brevin Walters extremely well. That was close to a 3-second call. He really never gave him an inch of space without fouling, which is pretty impressive. Schloman. Entry pass to the right elbow. Walters collapsed on, passes it back outside, and this is a travel as Jacoby Boyd forces the turnover on Kyler Lee. Gives the ball back to the Buffaloes with 20 seconds into the second. Also, foul count here. McAlester into early foul trouble as the Buffaloes, Davian Pouncil and Caven Hill had more fouls, or the same amount of fouls between those two players that Collinsville had the entire first quarter.
Foul count was 7-4 in the first quarter.
7:33 left in the first half. McAlester down by 4 points, 19-15. They led this game by as many as 3 at one point. Near corner, Brandon Smith double team, works around the arc. Sets up, now waits for an open man, and now attacks himself inside the paint, drew contact, but it was also well guarded by Schloman as his shot is off the right iron. I think that was the correct no call there for the official. Stepping up into a top of the key three, won't go in. Rodney takes it away after a missed circles three. About a minute into the second quarter, behind the back dribble by Brandon, picks up that dribble. Back out to the white line, steps into a right wing three. There's contact, should be 3 free throws as he was closed in on as the legs were hit. No call again. Driving in, Brandon Smith knocked it loose, but diving for it is Lee. Somehow finds a Cardinal to the near corner. Walters for three, in and out. Case Patton flies high for the rebound. Ahead to a darting Brandon Smith. He'll wait for his offense, now gives to Rodney. Rodney wants it all, goes underneath the basket, throws it onto the bottom of the basket, gets his own rebound, but then we'll have a jump ball that will stay with the Buffaloes. Rodney should be getting 3 free throws on the previous possession.
I mean, he should be having 5 free throws on these last 2 possessions combined.
Smith baseline inbound will look, and we'll just out it over to Case Patton with his heels by the half-court line. Patton passes left wing. Boyd left alone for three. Painted gold. Jacoby Boyd continues to be a sharpshooter, and it's now 19-18. 50% from three for his freshman year.
Not bad, huh?
I'll take that every day. If that was a batting average in baseball, you'd be in the Hall of Fame. That's a travel, and there is the call. A little bit delayed, but Schloman did travel along the right wing area, and it gives the ball back to the black and gold.
This has been a slugfest, and I am here for it.
6:11 left in the first half. Buffalo's down by a point. Case Patton passes left wing to Rodney. Rodney finds a lane step back, far corner three in the face of a Cardinal will go. Rips the cords, and McAlester back-to-back threes, lead it by 2, 21-19.
Rodney's up to 7 points.
What a dirty move by Rodney Washington. Left his defender in the dust. There's a moving screen that is not called, although McAlster's been called for one early in this game. Now flying in, Brandon Smith with a low post steal, and he was held on to. Foul called on Maverick Davis. As Brandon Smith, the guy that averages nearly 4 steals a game, has got Collinsville a little flustered after that last steal.
Kyle Moss in for Case Patton here.
Davis's first team foul, first personal on him as well. 4 out of the 5 players on the Cardinals floor does have a foul. Smith gets the inbound. McAlester lead it by 2, 21-19. Rodney Washington left front court, double team. Bounces it to Kyle Moss, who, as Nate mentioned, just checked in. Backs away from Dick, passes to the far sideline. Smith, plenty of space between him and his defender. Buffalo's running 5 out, stopping, popping. Behind the shot of Brandon Smith, coming in to block it was Cade Lee. Now the other way, right wing, Walters dribbles in, passes back out, circles for 3 straight away. There's a foul call. 3 free throws coming up for Circles. As they say, Brandon Smith hit the hand of Circles. That is Smith's second personal. First team foul on the Buffs of quarter number 2.
Collinsville 5 of 6 from the free throw line right now.
And a chance to take the lead here with 3 free throws from one of their star players, Dylan Circles. First free throw is true. Between Circles and Walters, 17 out of the 20 points. The other 3 coming from bench player Eli Dick. Second free throw for the tie is good as well. You know he's good when there's no one down low to rebound for him.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by black and gold jerseys. Boyd and Meat down low. Washington and Moss up high. Third and final free throw is no good off the back iron. Again, the announcer jinx has been real, and we're all knotted up, 21 all. After the rebound, the Buffaloes pass it near sideline, looking to retake the lead quickly. In the circle, pass left wing. Smith reverts back over to Rodney. Rodney back to Brandon, left wing. Shovel pass back into the circle. McAlester kind of playing catch around the arc. Passing inside, right elbow. Meat trying to drive. Tough contested. 2. Spins in. Looked like a Beyblade, and it fell right through. 23-21. 4:43 left in the half.
Meat's up to 6 points today.
You like that millennial shout out there?
I did. I appreciated that.
By the half-court line, passing far sideline. Cade Lee back to Schloman, guarded by Moss. McAlester up by 2. On the edge of the circle, Lee looks back to Schloman, feeds it in front of the on the floor crowd. Left wing, long 3 by Circles is good, and he's finding his stroke. He's in the double digits with 12 points leading the way for the Cardinals, and the Buffaloes do lead the way right now, 24-23, about halfway through quarter number 2. Rodney has 7 himself. He passes to the top of the key to Meat. Meat back to Rodney. He wants to answer right back. Can't do so. Too strong on the shot. And Walters gets the rebound as he was tangled up with Jasper Meat. Meat will pick up foul number 2 and team foul number 2 as well. Foul count has been 9 on McAlester to 5 on Collinsville. And Fazio comes in for Moss. They gave that foul, but on the scoreboard, that is not correct. They gave it to Brandon Smith, but that's very clearly Meat that picked up that foul.
Yeah, I'm not changing that.
Right wing driving, a high post, circles guarded well by Fazio, forces the missed shot, and a rebound by Jasper Meat. He's left alone, he needs some help. Fazio will hand it off to Rodney after he received the pass. Buffalo's down by a single digit with 3:38 left in the half. Rodney will take it near sideline, and Coach Dawkins wants his first timeout. Buffaloes trail at 24-23, 3:34 left in quarter number 2 here in the regional championship on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Well, so far, this game between the Cardinals and the Buffaloes are living up to the hype. It is living up to the hype, rather. 24-23, the Collinsville Cardinals on top of McAlester. It's been a back-and-forth game. I'd say if you're looking at the percentages of who's owned this game, it's a probably 60-40 Collinsville advantage. 24-23. Straight away, Rodney, stutter steps back, long 2 in the air, is good, and McAlester retakes the lead. 25-24, he has been just leaving defenders in the dust like they need a map. 3:18 left in the first half. Second time with the step back there for Mr. Washington. Well, after the timeout, they still have 3 fouls on Brandon, but that cannot be true. Brandon's not on the floor, though.
Ty Moscato came in for him.
If that's on Brandon, I don't know in any way, shape, or form how Brandon gets that third foul. Speaking of which, Meat is guarding a Cardinal, and he's fouled to the floor. And the Buffaloes have doubled up the Cardinals on fouls, 10-5, with 2:59 left in the first half.
It's the second on Meat.
And free throws upcoming for Cal Schloman. First free throw by Schloman is too strong. Kyle Moss will come back in. McAlester using a lot more of their bench than Collinsville is right now, although Collinsville does bring back in starter Maverick Davis.
Moss came in for Meat there.
Second free throw, Schloman got that one. Splits the trip at the line, and we're all knotted up again, 25-25, but McAlester apparently in a lot of foul trouble. 3 different starters with 2 or more fouls on them with 2:50 left in the first half. Pouncil and Hill have not played a second of quarter number 2. Rodney alone on the Collinsville logo, passes near sideline to Boyd, back to Rodney. Rodney double teamed, gets inside, creates contact, drives in, tough 2, goes in. Rodney Washington as the McAlester fans flexing after that last play, 27-25. Collinsville wanted to push off.
And they shouldn't have gotten it.
Far sideline, Lee throws it to the baseline. Circles trying to get around Moscato, no dice. Back out right wing. Fakes the pass left, dribbles in, pop and shot right elbow 2, won't go. Fazio fighting for the rebound, instead it's Boyd deep in the corner. McAlester pushing it, up by 2. Lob near corner, Moscato going baseline, draws contact, tip pass outside. Fazio grabs it from going out of bounds. Moss to the left wing, Moscato, 4-3, will go! No, they're calling it 2. Foot on the line, Ty Moscato for 2 from McAlester. With 5 straight points, it's 29-25. They lead it by 4. Baseline, Circles, back outside. Walters, right wing guarded by Washington. 1:48 remaining in the half. Buffaloes with a 4-point lead here in the Regional 2 Championship. Pass inside to Circles. Throws it up. Tough two. Blocked shot by Fazio. Leads to a rebound by Rodney Washington. Rodney stepping into a right wing three. He's fouled and one! Fouled and one! A chance for a 4-point play. And the McAlester fan base has lit up like the 4th of July. This trip to the line, which is McAllister's first trip of the second quarter, is brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. 4-point play converted. And McAlester on a run like their Forrest Gump. 33-25, 1:30 left in the half. Schloman passes right wing. Circles tries to answer back himself and does so. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and it's 33-28. Big shot for the Cardinals to respond after McAllister's right wing three. Rodney answers right back. Come on. Don't play with him. He's up to 15. He and Circles going back and forth.
He's up to 18.
Excuse me, I stand corrected. 62 seconds left in the half. Driving, tough two. Circles, got it, and one. We are seeing two stellar athletes going back and forth here in the last 45 seconds. Circles like Greg Jennings and Madden putting the team on his back.
Man, you are on a roll with these references tonight. I'm loving it, man.
Free throw is good, and that's a 3-point play converted there for Circles. 55 seconds left in the half. McAlester, though, still leading it by 5, 36-31, despite two back-to-back 6-point total plays here by Circles in the last two possessions. Rodney wanting some help. No one is even near him. 4 players on the far sideline. He's alone. He wants it. Drives in. Outside, Moscato had a trouble with the handles, and there's a travel called on Moscato. I think that's the correct call, but I don't know if he really started with his first step before.
He kind of shuffled.
It's going to get called regardless either way.
Yeah.
But now the Cardinals with a chance to cut more into the McAlester lead, 36-31. 18 from Washington, 18 from Circles. Currently, Lee has it. And let's see if the Cardinals want the last shot before the end of the first half. Rodney already with 6 more points than he had the entire game yesterday. McAlester already 3 points away from their total from a day ago. Lee looking back at his coach, Coach Todd Anderson. Man that has only had 4 losing seasons in 14 years as the Cardinals head coach. 5 seconds. They want to go. Lee to the right. Walters. Blocked shot by Rodney out of bounds. 2.3 left in the first half. Still a chance for a buzzer beater for the Cardinals. Inbounding it will be Schloman, side out in front of his own fan base. Schloman looks. Long lob. Finds Circles over Boyd. 3 at the buzzer. They're going to call a foul on Jacoby Boyd on a prayer, and Boyd should just left him alone.
Yep.
As soon as Circles caught that pass, he should have just let it alone. And now 3 more free throws for Dylan Circles, who has a chance to get to 20 points before the end of the first half, which is in 0.7 seconds. And with such a low ceiling here in Collinsville, if he makes the 3rd free throw, the chances of McAlester having a 3-quarter court conversion here is just not likely at all.
Right, it's a lot like Bob Brumley in that way.
First free throw, Circles gets it. I think he has had the last 11 points by the Cardinals. The officials give McAlester a sideline warning.
Well, they were standing up and they were telling him to sit down.
Second free throw is good as well. And a chance to make this a 1-possession. Well, he's already made it a 1-possession game. A chance to make it a 2-point game if he can hit this final one. Circles, bends the knees slightly. Shot is up and good, and it's 36-34. Buzzer is sounding, but for Maverick Davis to check in for Circles so he doesn't accidentally pick up a foul, even though he, I think, only had 1. All McAlester has to do is make sure they inbound the ball. They do inbound it to Rodney. Rodney won't get it off in time. It did graze the bottom of the netting. It was on line, but just not enough oomph. And that's the end of the first half. The McAlester Buffaloes behind a stellar quarter number 2 from Rodney Washington. Lead it by 2, but hey, they would be up by a lot more if it wasn't for Mr. Dylan Circles of the Collinsville Cardinals. 36-34 is our score, and it looks like we have a great quarter 3 and 4 coming up for you momentarily. While we wait for the resume of play, we will be having your halftime stats coming up shortly here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider. Deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging. More time with your provider. Same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
This February, it's about more than getting from place to place.
It's about how you feel every time you get behind the wheel.
From comfortable sedans to versatile SUVs, there's a Nissan designed to fit your life.
With thoughtful design, advanced technology, and the confidence to go wherever life takes you.
And right now, enjoy rates as low as 0% and top dollar for your trade.
This February, love what you drive.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Well, if you prefer high-flying basketball action to sitting and watching a bunch of standing around, then this game has been for you. 36-34, the McAlester Buffaloes lead the Collinsville Cardinals at the break. A total 180 from what we saw a night ago. Again, the final score between the Buffaloes and the Comets yesterday was 39-31. As for today, it's 36-34 at halftime. And it's been Dylan Circles versus Rodney Washington so far. 21 for Circles. I'm going to spoil it a little bit here for you, Nate, but 18 out of the 36 for Rodney Washington as the Buffaloes lead it by just a bucket at the break. Let's look at your first half stats brought to you by First Realty. That is 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. You can call them up at 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
All right, Nate, take it away.
All right, like you said, Rodney Washington was your leading scorer here in the first half. He had 18 points, 7 of 14 from the field, good for 50%, 3 of 7 from 3. He had 6 rebounds, 1 offensive, 5 defensive, and a block. Next up, Jasper Meat was your second leading scorer in the first half. He had 6 points, perfect from the field, 3 of 3. He had 2 rebounds. Jacoby Boyd had 4 points, 1 of 2 from 3. And a defensive rebound along with 2 steals. Brandon Smith, 4 points. He had 1 offensive rebound and a steal. Thomas Gatto, 2 points. Then Caven Hill had 2 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Johnny Fazio had 1 rebound. Case Patton had 1 rebound. and that will do it for individual scoring in the first half. And we're going to see a couple crazy numbers here. First up, McAlester 14 of 28 from the field, good for 50%. Collinsville 9 of 20, good for 45%. Then McAlester 4 of 12 from 3, good for 33%. And that was right around, in my keys to the game, right around that area where they needed to be.
Right.
Collinsville 4 of 10 from 3 at 40%. This is where it gets a little crazy. We kind of talked about it a little bit in the first half. McAlester 4 of 5 from the free throw line, good for 80%. Collinsville was 12 of 15 from the free throw line.
Wow.
Also good for 80%.
You take away the free throws, what's the score for both teams?
Take away 4 from McAlester, 32 to 22. 32-22. McAlester has a 10-point lead.
Wow. All right, continue.
McAlester had 14 rebounds in the first half to Collinsville's 10. Foul count was 12 on McAlester, 6 on Collinsville. Then McAlester forced 6 Collinsville turnovers. Collinsville forced 4 McAlester turnovers. And then both teams had 2 blocks.
All right, so as you're looking forward to the second half, and I think a lot of people are, at a 36-34 mark at the break, hey, Nate, what are some keys to the second half of the Buffaloes to give the Cardinals just their 3rd loss in 5A play this year and get 1 game away from the state tournament?
Well, first thing you're going to do, you're going to have to keep everyone out of foul trouble. I mean, because you had, you had Pouncil with 2, Hill with 2, Boyd with 2. Oh, no, excuse me, I was looking at the wrong column. Pouncil with 2, then Caven Hill with 2, Brandon Smith somehow with 3, and then Jasper Meat had 2 as well. So a few of your starters are in foul trouble. Keep them out of foul trouble, and really just keep playing the way you have. And on the defensive side, just keep closing out on those 3-point shooters.
This is gross. I'm looking at just the foul count.
Yep.
For the starters from McAlester to the starters for the Collinsville Cardinals.
That is 9 fouls on the McAlester starters to 4 for Collinsville.
And no one has more than 1 foul for the Collinsville starters. McAlester, all 4 of those guys that had fouls, double.
Yes.
2, 2, 2, and 3. So that's why Brandon Smith will not even start the 3rd quarter. It looks like Kyle Moss will be doing that. So we will continue.
I just want to say one more thing. Give a score update for who we would be playing regardless. Right now, again, that would be either Tahlequah or Memorial. Right now at halftime, Memorial leads 26-8.
26-8. So it looks like whoever wins this game will be playing Tulsa Memorial. We don't know the location yet, but that would be on Friday of this next week at 6 o'clock. Whoever lost this game would be playing the loser of that game at 7:30. So again, winner plays at 6 o'clock. Again, what will more than likely be Tulsa Memorial. The loser plays against what will more than likely be Tahlequah on Friday at 7:30.
And I just want to give one quick update real quick. East Central kind of on upset alert, 23-20 against Edison.
Are they leading or trailing right now?
They're leading by 3 right now.
East Central up by 3 against Edison Prep. So again, that was a game that was in the area tournament last year.
Right.
East Central had to beat Edison Prep to get to the state tournament, in which, of course, they did. But 36-34 is the score. We'll be back in 90 seconds and get ready for the high-flying second half here from the Collinsville Event Center. I'm Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown here on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Welcome back to play as we're starting off the third quarter with a 36-34 McAlester lead. Collinsville, the basketball, as we now switch sides. Underneath the basket, just losing it himself. That's also a travel as he slid across the floor. Instead, there was no travel, so what happened was, going along the baseline, Dylan Circles didn't have a shot block. He threw it up in the air and then caught it himself, then came back down. And then as he came back down, took 3 or 4 steps and then slid across the floor. All in one motion, and the officials...
I mean, he was as close to me, or he was as close to the Collinsville player there as we are, Brandon.
I think they wanted a pretzel. I don't blame you. The sweet smell, the aroma of a pretzel with cheese can direct your viewpoint away from the play, but we gotta call that.
I mean, that's not one you can miss, Brandon. I mean, that was directly in front of you.
Well, Coach Anderson also knows that should have been a travel. That's why as soon as he saw that Circles still had the ball without a turnover, he called a timeout. That's about as bad of a miss as you could possibly find. And that's why we didn't go to break during that time, because we had to explain to you how bad of a miss that was. Schloman will inbound, finds Circles. Circles just falls to the floor, and a travel is called. All's well that ends well, but Circles is wondering why he wasn't fouled. And he doesn't really need to do that because he's an outstanding basketball player.
Yeah.
But he was really trying to get McAlester into foul trouble, although they already are there. Davian Pouncil and Caven Hill are back in the game after they didn't play a minute of the second quarter due to foul trouble. Outside, trying to throw it outside, intercepted by Brevin Walters. Passing ahead on to bounds, Schloman stops on a dime, right block. Blocked shot by Hill, and Rodney Washington saved it from going out of bounds somehow, some way. He tried to go in with a long pass. It was nearly intercepted by Maverick Davis in front of the McAlester bench, but then hit out of bounds. So we've had a whole lot of, because I think Rodney was out of bounds on that rebound, but we are going to keep it quiet. 7:20 left in the third quarter. Rodney passes the high post. Hill trying to look outside. It's once again tipped by Walters. He can't save it as he goes flying into the McAlester bench. One Buffalo left his seat so that he would not crash into a player.
Probably a good idea.
36-34, 7:11 left in quarter number 3. High post again, pass to Hill. Hill trying to drive in, splits the defenders, and tough 2. Caven Hill gets McAllister's party started in quarter number 3. Just about a minute in, it is 38-34. Schloman approaching Moss, gets past Moss right to the bottom of the paint. He is fouled. Let's see if it's going to be on Meat or Moss. Either way, it will be free throws for Cal Schloman.
Foul's going to be on Meat, his third now.
These will be free throws number... What did you say, 15 and 16?
I believe it's 16 and 17.
So 16 and 17. Schloman's first free throw is good. 13 out of their 35 points have come from the line today. McAlester, 4 out of their 38.
Patton checks in for Moss.
Second free throw is no good. Too strong and tumbles off left. Meat with the easy rebound. And Washington will be double teamed as soon as he crosses that court line. He's running the point here with the absence of Brandon Smith. Pass right wing. Case Patton steps into a right wing 3, won't bank in. And Pouncil wisely, as he was boxed out well by Walters, allows Walters to grab the board. 3-point lead for the Buffaloes. 6:33 left in the third. Walters veers left, guarded well by Pouncil. Now driving right, stopping high post, draws contact, whistle again. Walters kind of just flailing himself into Davian Pouncil, and Pouncil is starting to get frustrated.
That's the third on Pouncil now.
He's already falling before he ever touches Pouncil. Yep. That's just the name of the game. And for this entire minute and a half, that's what the Cardinals have done. They've tried driving. They've kind of just thrown their bodies at the Buffaloes to get to the line. First free throw is no good by Brevin Walters.
I believe there's a saying for that.
This will be free throw number 20. McAlester has had 5. 19. Second free throw is good. I'm not the guy with all the stats phone. That's Nate. I'm just trying to keep a mental note in my head. 38-36, but that's why he's here to correct me. Far sideline, Buffaloes lead it by 2, 38-36. Rodney tries throwing to the high post. That's been the offensive game plan, but Circles read it like a book that time. And now he's fouled again. This one will be on the floor as they say Rodney gave him a bit of a push.
And that's just the first on Rodney.
6:13 remaining in quarter number 3. Already 3 team fouls on McAlester in the third quarter. What's the foul count? That is another thing we need to look at.
15-6. So Collinsville has...
Goodness gracious,
McAlester
man.
has nearly 10 more fouls.
Inbound baseline jumper will not bounce in. Offensive rebound, bouncing it back out. Schloman left wing 3. That one won't go. Rodney's got the rebound low post. Pushing ahead to Pouncil. Pouncil grabs it in stride. He's double teamed, in trouble. Finds Rodney. Rodney attacks. Quadruple team. Tough 2 won't go. Tipped out. We have a foul low post. This will be on Collinsville as Jasper Meat looked like he had the easy rebound. This one might be on Circles too. Is this on Circles? That's his second personal, according to the scoreboard. I swore he picked one up in the first quarter. I think he did. I think I'm just missing that turnover earlier. Driving in, Meat gets a man to jump, goes up for 2. Jasper Meat has been money.
He's got 8.
40-36. And he's also been 4 of 4 from the field.
What's his career high again?
I'll give you a second and I'll tell you. It's 8. He's already matched it. 5:38 left in the third. Driving, kicking, left wing 3 by Circles in the air is way too strong. Mead's got the rebound left alone, but stealing it is Brevin Walters as he was the only other one on the side of the floor. He misses the mid-range jumper. Mead's got the rebound, hands it off to Brandon, and a 4-point McAlester lead. 5:23 left in the third. Pouncil trying to go baseline. He's denied. Bounces it left wing. Sets up for a long 3. Short as Rodney couldn't get it to go. And just throwing it loose, Davian Pouncil has the easy steal as Dylan Circles was left flustered after a rebound. 42-36 now, McAlester leading by 6.
They've got that. Okay, yeah. No, that is the set 2 points for Pouncil. Sorry.
42-36 on a nice drive. Schloman kicks out near corner on an island for 3. Circles can't get it to go again. Caven Hill with the rebound. McAlster's got to make the most out of these misses by Collinsville. It doesn't happen often, especially in their own gym. 42-36, far corner 3. Patton wants one. Patton doesn't get one. Too strong on the 3-point shot. Circles has got the rebound, and he's navigating through traffic. Throwing ahead to Maverick Davis. His layup is past Rodney and made. 42-38 as McAlester was a little slow getting back. Now Rodney trying to be fast going the other way from C to shining C. And one Rodney Washington.
Now he's up to 20. And that's the third on Circles.
That is huge, as Circles has had 21 points today, by far the leading scorer for the Cardinals. This trip to the line is brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Buffs lead by 6, looking for lucky number 7. Free throw is good. The 6th free throw of the game for the Buffaloes. And it's 45-38 with 4:23 remaining in the third quarter. Rodney has saved one of his best games of the season. Not for last, but for the postseason. And no matter what happens in this game, neither team will be going home today. They'll be playing in the area tournament. But one team will be 1 game away from state. The other will have to win 2 more. Top of the key. Intercepting it. Davian Pouncil now diving for it as Walters couldn't grab it. Now it's thrown off of Rodney. What a play by Cal Schloman. He was just trying to save the ball as he dove out of bounds, but he throws it off of Rodney's dome on a dart, and it goes out of bounds. And now we got to make sure that just Rodney's okay. One of the officials are going to go speak to Rodney just for a second to make sure he's good. He is good. Someone wants a timeout, and I think it's going to be Collinsville. Well, now we have someone pointing towards McAlester. Someone's getting a timeout here, so we will take it with them. 45-38, McAlester leads it by 7 with 4:02 left in the third on KNED.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
45-38, McAlester leading by 7. It's their second largest lead of the game. They led it by 8 at one point, but then Dylan Circles went crazy, and that's why they were able to make it a 2-point game at the end of the first half. Circles is playing with 3 fouls. Davian Pouncil is playing with 3 fouls, and so is Jasper Meat. McAlester 3 team fouls to the 2 for the Cardinals. Inbound to Circles, and he'll take it up the floor. Excuse me, that's not Circles. That is Cade Lee. Lee gives it to Eli Dick, looking to bounce pass it near sideline. Brevin Walters guarded up against Meat, tries driving on Meat, gets caught up. 2-pointer is short, but he's fouled again. And we are going to be doing this all night.
Fouls on Rodney, his second.
These will be foul shots number 20 and 21. And a reminder, McAlester has had 6.
Yep.
The foul count has been just absolutely, I'm going to say it one-sided. I'm not going to say that it's been called one way and unfairly called the other, but it has been called one-sided in terms of the foul count. Walters makes the first free throw after it hits the front iron and kisses the glass and falls. Again, Meat checks out with his 4 fouls. And in comes Jacoby Boyd, who's had a great game himself. Walters' second free throw is good as well. That's been their only game plan here in the third quarter. Throw yourself at McAlster's defenders and hope you can get an and one or a shot. Their outside shot has not been falling, and that's what they're going for, especially when they don't have really a post presence that can match that of McAlster's. That's what they've been hoping for. Trying to drive into his Pouncil. He just threw it right into the belly of Circles. Circles moving the other way. Stops and restarts out to the left wing. Walters now drives in against Hill. Hill has to leave him alone. Misses the layup. Out of the sea of black and gold jerseys, there's an offensive rebound. A far corner 3 won't go. And is a ball last touched by Brevin Walters as he was tangled up with Caven Hill. Out of bounds into the Collinsville student section. McAlester will get the ball back, leading 45-40. And Brandon Smith does come back into the game. So it's Rodney, Brandon, Jacoby, Gianni, and Caven Hill, the 5 on the floor for the Buffs. No one has more than 2 fouls as of this moment. Washington backing up, passing high post to Hill. Hill stop and pop, and the left elbow 2 has been money. I mean, just as money as Shea Gilgis-Alexander has been from the high post, I'm not overshooting this. That's what Caven Hill has been the last month. I don't know if he's missed a mid-range jump shot. What a move by Brevin Walters, but he can't finish down the low post. Well guarded by Hill again. After the rebound, Brandon Smith gets ahead to Boyd. Boyd draws contact, 2. Charge on Jacoby Boyd, and that's foul number 5 on McAlester of the third quarter.
That'll be the second on Jacoby. This is, Brandon, I'm just going to say it, this is getting a little ridiculous.
And what is the total team foul count? Because, again, when you're saying it's getting ridiculous, it is getting ridiculous.
It is 17 fouls on McAlester to 8 on Collinsville. And Collinsville is being the more physical team today.
That has been a foul on McAlester the entire game going the other way. They have been kind of launching themselves at McAlester a little bit more in the low post, and they have not gotten that call all night. Near corner, Circles guarded opposite to Brandon, tries going baseline, behind the back dribble, spins off of Brandon, gets to the low post, and Dylan Circles was moving in circles on that last drive, 47-42. Here's a tip pass out of bounds, last touch by Rodney. That's a good call because Lee tipped it. Rodney wasn't ready for it at that moment, and then it was off of him out of bounds. 47-42, 2:27 remaining in the third quarter. I mean, this foul count is something I haven't seen in a long time. I'm just looking at the scoreboard of the fouls. Left wing, Dick into the corner to Walters. Walters back left wing. Dick starting his dribble, passes to the left side to Walters. Walters working around the arc, guarded by Rodney, who only has 1 foul so far today. Walters passing near corner. Dick opposite of Fazio. Works around the arc, double teamed, back out into the front court to Circles. With 23 points, he tries driving into the corner. Walters for 3 in the air, looks good and is. And it's a 2-point game, 47-45. As Walters is up to 15 points. He and Circles have combined for 38 out of the 45 points. Rodney, far sideline, jump pass top of the key to Hill. Hill driving again. Hill double team, low post spin move, layup, no good. Nice box out and rebound by Maverick Davis. A chance to tie or take the lead here for the Cardinals. 90 seconds left in the third quarter. 47-45. Walters. Cade Lee, who didn't start this game, but he's getting a lot of minutes in it. Walters on the attack for the tie. Low post, gets past Boyd and scores. 47-47. It's been a 7-0 run for the Cardinals. 1:08 remaining in quarter number 3. Smith far sideline. Pass it to the near corner. Rodney, step back, contested left wing three, too strong. Fazio fighting for the rebound. He's got it, and he's also grabbed from behind. And we have what has been, in the third quarter over the past 5 or so minutes, a rare Collinsville foul. And it's on Dylan Circles. That is his 4th.
That is big.
If I'm reading that right, I thought I saw number 3 from the official.
Circles is checking out here,
and it is. That is the 4th foul on Dylan Circles, and he has to come out. With 54 seconds left in the third and a tie game, 47-47. The top scorer by far for the Cardinals is now having to sit. High post, Hill, left alone, long 2. Hill, come on, man! It's a sure thing every time he lets it fly from mid-range. 49-47, the Buffaloes retake the lead by 2. And now the Cardinals will try to tie or take the lead with Circles having to ride the pine for the moment. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Driving in, stopping, outside kick, far corner 3, into the game, left that short. And Jacoby Boyd fighting for the board, can't get it. Walters gets past one man, high up the glass, won't go. Offensive rebound again, but thrown straight to Davian Pouncil on the steal. Davian tries going behind the back with a dribble. Goes straight to Hill after he lost it. Hill is fouled, and Hill will go to the line, but also Rodney Washington.
No, that's Jacoby.
Excuse me, Jacoby Boyd is holding his left knee on the other side of the floor. And Rodney and Brandon Smith quickly go to him to help him up, and he is hopping off of his right foot towards the bench. He is not putting any weight on it. He's trying to, but he was immediately grabbing at his left knee, and he will have to come to the bench. Fouls on number 24. That is Jarrett Bristol. He checked into the game for the first time, took that 3 attempt, looked good until it was short. And now Caven Hill will go to the line with his team up by 2, same lead that they had at halftime. 49-47. Hill has had 8 points. He's looking for 9. His season average on the year is 8.8. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951.
And checking in for Jacoby Boyd here will be Kyle Moss.
And right now we just have to hope that Boyd is okay, because that looked scary at first. And obviously still could be scary, but he got himself off the floor and he was hopping himself over towards the bench. And we do have a wet spot that's over right in front of the rim, so Hill, a 51% free throw shooter. And he has been absolutely automatic with his mid-range jump shot. First shot after bending the knees. Let's just let him jump.
Yeah,
he misses the first free throw. Just let him jump, because right there, if you let him take a jumper, it's going to go. But, yeah, Coach Dawkins said in Coffee with the Coach earlier this week on Tuesday that even though you have your Brandons and your Davians and your Rodneys, Caven Hill could be the catalyst for this team. As he misses both the free throws, though, left that one short after the rebound, 5 seconds. Walters, 3 seconds, guarded by Rodney, left wing threes in the air and short. And last touched as the buzzer sounds by the shooter. So buckle up, 49-47. We got a game going to the fourth quarter of the regional championship. You're listening to McAlester Basketball on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
So the fourth quarter is beginning with a 49-47 McAlester lead over the Collinsville Cardinals. McAlester has battled foul trouble. They have battled a free throw discrepancy a little bit. 21 attempts for the Collinsville Cardinals to McAllister's 8, but Rodney Washington has had himself a game, 21 points. Caven Hill with 8. Jasper Meat with 8, but he has to sit with 4 fouls right now. As McAlester begins the fourth quarter on the left side of the half-court line, it's Brandon Smith, Rodney Washington, Caven Hill, Kyle Moss, and Davian Pouncil.
And one thing of note here for Collinsville, Dylan Circles is not on the floor to start the fourth quarter.
Picked up his 4th foul in the dying minute of the third quarter. Hill tries to jump in, had it ripped loose. Excellent play by the Cardinals. Stealing it was number 22, Kyler Lee. Walters gives it to Lee after he passed it off. Right wing on this right side with a chance to tie or take the lead. Walters hands it off to Schloman. Navigating around the front court. Off a screen, Schloman pulls up with the lead. Left wing 3 is airballed and into the Collinsville student section. Collinsville's three-point ball, what does it look like today?
I almost don't want to say it because I'm afraid I might jinx
Don't
it.
say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. If they start making them, then we'll say it.
Okay.
7:10 left in the game. McAlester leading at 49-47.
We'll just say it's not good.
Rodney directing traffic before starting his dribble. Passes it back to Brandon. Back far sideline to Moss. Kind of playing catch. About 10 feet away from the arc. Collinsville wants to apply pressure. Pass back to Rodney as Schloman was closing in on him. Starts the count. He's on now 3. Dribbles left off the screen by Pouncil. Back near corner. Back to Rodney. 6:42 left in the game. Double team. Tries a dangerous lob to Pouncil. He grabs it with one hand. Outs it to the far corner. Moss pump and drive. He's in trouble. 50-50 grab. Rodney always gets those as he tries passing it back into the corner. And it's hit out of bounds by Lee, and he'll stay with the Buffs. A lot of dangerous passes there from McAlester, leading by only a bucket. Inbound into the backcourt on a lob from Moss as Brandon retrieves it. 6:26 left in the game. McAlester clinging on to a 49-47 advantage. Rodney passes high post to Hill. Hill looks around. He's kind of left alone. Back to the edge of the circle to Rodney. Rodney begins his attack. Dribbled it off his foot, and it's bounced into a Collinsville Cardinal with another steal, Kyler Lee. 6:04 left in the game. Lee hands off to Walters. Circles still on the bench. McAllister's not been able to increase their lead with him on the bench. Walters, left wing. Inside the three-point line, spins off the left elbow. Goes up for a while, too. Foul called on McAlester. McAllister wanted to travel. And we will be having more free throws. 22 and 23. Fouls on Moss. That's his second.
The 18th total team foul on McAlester, compared to 10 for Collinsville.
Walters right foot in front of the left. First free throw is good, and we are 1 point away from a tie. Jacoby Boyd welcomed sight. He is okay. Again, he took a tumble at the end of the third quarter that looked pretty scary. He was holding his left knee, but he comes back in for Moss, and looks like he's okay. For the tie, Walters makes the free throw, and we are knotted up 49-49. Buckle up, 5:50 left in this one. Smith and the Buffaloes looking for revenge from a year ago. Top of the key, back to Rodney. Rodney on the white line, loosely double team. Tries to force it to Davian, he's hit! Walters gave him a body bump, and we don't get foul number 11 on the Cardinals. They say it's just a clean interception. Schloman on the edge of the circle, veering left. Cardinals with a chance to have their first lead of the second half. Lee looking for it. 2-pointers up, won't go. Flying in, Hill with the board. McAlester looking for their first points of the fourth quarter, and we have a whistle and a timeout. Coach Dawkins wants it. 5:14 remaining in the game, and a 49-49 regional championship score here on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
This February, it's about more than getting from place to place.
It's about how you feel every time you get behind the wheel.
From comfortable sedans to versatile SUVs, there's a Nissan designed to fit your life.
With thoughtful design, advanced technology, and the confidence to go wherever life takes you.
And right now, enjoy rates as low as 0% and top dollar for your trade.
This February, love what you drive.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
McAlester looking for their first points of the fourth quarter. It is 49-49 against the host team, the Collinsville Cardinals, who are 23-3. McAlester, if you count up all the fouls that the players on the floor have, it's 11. You count the ones on the Cardinals on the floor, it is at 4. That is the big story of this game right now, as Circles is back into it with a 4-foul total for him. So they have changed it up since last break. McAlester coming out of the timeout, tied up 49-49. Having himself a great fourth quarter is number 22, Kyler Lee. He was guarding Smith well. Pass high post. Hill left alone, back outside. Pouncil bounces it into the baseline, and hitting the side of the backboard was Jacoby Boyd. Gets his own rebound, goes up for 2, loses that one as well. Gets his own rebound a second time. Dangerous pass intercepted. Kyler Lee with Rodney for a chance at the lead. Rodney leaves him alone. Didn't want to risk the and one, and it's now a 51-49 Collinsville lead, their first lead of the second half. Rodney tries splitting the defenders, and they'll be the first foul in Collinsville of the fourth quarter. They'll go on number 12, Cal Schloman. Excuse me, that's number 22, Kyler Lee. That'll be his second.
Again, that's just the first foul on Collinsville here in the fourth quarter.
Buffaloes have not scored in the fourth quarter. There's only been 4 points scored overall between these two high-flying offenses. Right elbow, 2 is up by Hill. Back ironed his first shot that he's missed from mid-range. And it's still a 2-point game, 51-49. Again, McAlester, this is where they lost the game last year. They were outscored 17-6 in the fourth quarter against Collinsville back at Booker T a year ago, which ended McAlster's season. Schloman guarded by Pouncil. Passes high, retrieved it. Looked like that was, again, I had the net in front of me here. Looked like that was Lee that retrieved that pass. Far sideline as Walters gets it into the corner, working around the arc and bouncing it to Schloman back in that front court. 3:59 left in the game, 51-49. Lee near sideline to Circles. Guarded loosely by Hill. Circles on the drive, kicks it out. Schloman now on the attack, low post, outside. Maverick Davis back out to Walters. Walters driving. Bounce passes late. Low post, 2 is up, won't go. A lot of contact in the low post. It leads to a ball on the deck. Who's going to have it? Looks like it's a jump ball, and it will stay with Collinsville.
And that's the 6th offensive rebound for Collinsville.
3:32 left in the game. Again, McAlester still no points in the fourth. Fazio looking to inbound along the baseline. Excuse me, defend the inbounder on the baseline, which is Schloman. To get it to Walters, back to Schloman. Collinsville burning a bunch of time with a 2-point lead. 3:20 left. Schloman edge of the circle. Dribbles left off a screen by Walters. Reverts direction, going on Fazio. Layup is up, high out the glass. Blew the layup. Hill's got the rebound. Rodney pushing it ahead. Dangerous to Pouncil. Pouncil's grabbed. And he's fouled by Davis. That is going to be Davis's second personal. Again, the only person in foul trouble, the only person that has over 3 fouls on Collinsville is Dylan Circles, and he has 4.
Jasper Meat checking in for Fazio here.
He has 4. Pouncil looking, lobs to Rodney with 3:06 left in the game. Cross-court pass intercepted. Walters with Rodney going for the layup. Rodney blocks it and saves the 2-point deficit. Offensive board in the corner. Back to Circles. Circles trying to drive on Pouncil. Left alone. 2-pointers up. That's too strong. Putback is good, though, by Cal Schloman. And it's a 4-point lead for Collinsville. McAlester still no points in the fourth. And a timeout called by McAlester. Needing a comeback. Needing some kind of offensive production. Here in the final 2:45, down by 2 possessions. You're listening to McAlester Basketball on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Well, it's looking like it's going to be official. The winner of this game plays Memorial with a chance at state. The loser of this game plays Tahlequah, needing to win one more game, and then they'll play more than likely East Central, because they'll be going up against Booker T, and Booker T looks like a team that is darn near unbeatable. 2:45 left in the game. McAlester looking to overcome a 4-point deficit, looking for their first points of the fourth quarter. They have not been able to get past this tough Collinsville defense. They have not scored again a point here in quarter number 4. And Rodney takes a desperation heave that won't go. Long rebound out by Brandon, though, gives it back to Rodney. That was by the logo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that shot attempt. I mean, it doesn't hurt McAlester for the moment. Pouncil dribbling to the right wing, passes baseline. Hill left alone. Dangerous pass, finding it to Rodney. Rodney had it poked loose, another steal. Tossing ahead, saving it for the moment, throwing it on the bottom of the rim, back over to the Cardinals. Stolen by Brandon Smith. Now in transition, 3-on-1. Buffaloes have the numbers. Layup is good. Brandon Smith like the flash. Look at he split down the court. We're a 53-51 deficit. Final 2 minutes here in regulation. Walters near sideline. In trouble. Pouncil all over him. Double teamed in the front court. There'll be a timeout called by Coach Anderson. Wisely used there. And we'll take it with them. 53-51. Buffaloes down by 2. 1:47 left in the game here on KNED.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Collinsville took a timeout. As for the Cardinals, they have 2 remaining, as do the Buffaloes. 1:47 remaining in regulation. In the regional championship, the Cardinals lead 53-51. McAlester has been outscored here in the fourth quarter, just 6-2. Inbound, top of the key, bounce pass back to Walters. Walters trying to get past Jasper Meat, and Meat will foul out. That's the correct call. Hitting the deck, and I don't think he needed all the theatrics, was Brevin Walters, but Jasper Meat was moving while he's down the low post. If he would have focused on the shot a little bit more, it would have been an and one. But Mead has fouled out. If he makes both these free throws, it'll become a 2-possession game once more. Coach Dawkins looking at his options. It'll be Ty Moscato to come in for Mead. He gets a standing ovation. Yes, when he was able to play today, despite the foul trouble, he has played well. Also, Schloman comes out. And in for him, Cade Lee. Only one person down low to rebound for Walters. His first free throw is good as he has reached 20 points. 43 out of the 54 have been scored by Walters and Dylan Circles. This to make it a 2-possession game. He has 2 Cardinals down low to rebound should he miss. Free throw is good as well. 55-51, McAlester working against the time. 1:41 left in the game. Pass to Rodney, white line. Rodney trying to drive. Rodney pulls up, left wing 3, he's hit! It's a foul on a left wing 3, and it's going to be on Cade Lee. That is Lee's second personal. And 3 free throws, 3 big free throws upcoming for Rodney Washington. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. He takes a deep breath. Rodney's first free throw is good. Rodney on the season a 71% free throw shooter. He was 0 of 1 from the line last night. He was 1 for 2 against Collinsville a year ago. His second free throw is good as well. After 18 first half points, those are just points 4 and 5 for him thus far in the second half. Hoping to pull McAlester within 1 with 95 seconds left, and he does so. Nothing but net, all 3 shots. That's what you call clutch. 55-54, McAlester pressing. Collinsville trying to beat that press. They do so on a short hop far sideline, but they're still in the backcourt. Walters just get past Smith and does so with the spin move by the half-court line. Left wing, driving, kicking out. Schloman, right wing. 1:21 left in a 1-point game. Schloman, left-handed feed, finds its way over to Kyler Lee, which was a near steal by Brandon. 1:13 left. Circles, bumping into Pouncil. Tough 2. Wild 2 somehow goes for Dylan Circles. 3-point game, 57-54. 60 seconds left. Brandon, right wing. Back to Rodney. Rodney driving, double teamed, triple teamed. Tries to find Caven Hill through his hands, but he recovers. Far corner to Moscato. Moscato double team. He throws it away. That could be the game if McAlester can't get a big stop here. Near sideline, cross court, open for the moment, driving in. Brandon had to foul. You had to foul. That's not going to be on a shot, though. That shouldn't be on a shot. They're going to call this on a shot. They say that he was starting his motion, and that'll be foul number 4 on Brandon. And that sends number 22, Kyler Lee, to the line.
And this will be free throws 26 and 27.
First free throw, no good, however. It's still a 3-point game. Coach Dawkins wants a timeout. He'll have 1 left. 60-second timeout. We have 41.1 seconds left in the game. 57-54 and 1 free throw for Collinsville coming up on KNED.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, land soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
One more free throw coming up for number 22, Kyler Lee of the Collinsville Cardinals. McAlester trails 57-54 with 41.1 seconds remaining in regulation here of the Region 2 Regional Championship game. Cardinals looking for another state tournament appearance. They'll still have to win 1 more if they win this one. McAlester looking for some history. They have not gone in 20 years, and this is a pivotal game that they want to have the best chances of going to the state tournament. Free throw by Lee is a big one. He makes it, though. 2-possession game, 58-54, 40 seconds left. Rodney in a hurry. Left wing, Rodney splits the trip. Goes up towards the rim, can't score. Rebound by Collinsville, and McAlester has to foul.
There's a lot of contact down low, Brandon. A lot of contact.
Foul number 4 on Davian Pouncil. Brandon with 4. Pouncil with 4. Jasper Mead's already fouled out. You're going to want to stick around for the post-game stats. Or maybe not if you don't. As hitting the deck and throwing it out of bounds. This should be a No, they give it to Collinsville. Hitting the deck was Walters, and it threw across the baseline, and they are adamant that this is Collinsville ball. Now the 2 officials will speak, and they keep it with the Collinsville Cardinals. They threw it across the baseline. Rodney is in disbelief. They say it was touched by Rodney.
And Lou is heated too.
This has been insane. 31 seconds left. They'll inbound. Brandon tips it loose. And they'll say last touched again by Brandon, which is the correct call, but not from the last one. I mean, McAlester fans, they're not really about to jump on the floor, but I feel like they want to after that last call. And McAlester will press. Down by 4, needing a steal. Quarterback pass, Moscato runs into Maverick Davis on a 50-50 ball, and the foul will be on Moscato, and that will send Maverick Davis to the free throw line for 2 shots here. You're going to have to give me a free throw total, man. It has been pretty crazy.
This will be free throws 28 and 29.
First one is good. It's a 5-point game, and now the Collinsville fans can feel it. 30 seconds left. Case Patton comes in for Moscato as he's a little banged up after that last play as he got hit by Maverick Davis. They collided with each other. Second free throw is good. 6-point game. McAlester needs a bit of a McAlester miracle. Left wing 3, Rodney, desperation. He banks in! The bank is open on a Saturday night at 8:22. And it is a 3-point game. He's doing that thing again. 23.5 seconds left. That was a 30-second timeout, so we will stay right here. This game brought to you by Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fenton Nissan McAlester, W.E. Alford Propane, B-Bank and A, Stipe Law Firm, and Vickers Power Sports. Hey, we've seen a little bit crazier. Does anyone remember the first game of 2026?
Remind me which game that was, Brandon.
Buffaloes versus Broken Bow. Down by 14 multiple times, down by about 6 points with 40 seconds left. Rodney Washington scored 28 points in the fourth quarter by himself, and it led to a 1-point McAlester win on what was essentially a buzzer-beating and one. We need a little bit of McAlester magic here in Collinsville to come back from a 6-point deficit with 30 seconds left. That's a big piece of that. Bank shot in from 3, makes it 60-57. McAlester will press. Collinsville in the bonus. Working along the baseline, they'll throw it into Circles. Circles double team. Hill will foul. Hill picks up foul number 3. Again, when you are fouling, you want to make sure that you do not get an intentional foul on you.
Right.
Just enough to be able to send them to the line and go about your business. Hill was kind of wrapped up on Circles there a bit. That's the only reason why I say that. So Circles back to the line for free throws number 30 and 31. Circles, right foot slightly in front of the left. Free throw is up and made. Again, the huge credit to the Cardinals. They struggled at the line, and they kind of kept McAlester in the game until the third quarter. Tonight has not been that case. What have they been from the free throw line?
24 of 30, my friend.
That's impressive. Second free throw made as well. And now Coach Anderson wants a 60-second timeout. We'll take it. 21 seconds left in a 5-point game, 62-57. What can the Buffaloes do? We'll see when we come back on KNED.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, Mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001444485. McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider. Deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging. More time with your provider. Same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
The Collinsville Cardinals have gone an incredible 25 of 31 from their free throw line to McAllister's 8 of 11 to lead it by 5 right now with 20 seconds left. McAllister needs another quick score down by 5. Rodney, long right wing three, airballed, last touched by the shooter, and that will just about do it. 14.2 seconds left in the game. Collinsville fans up on their feet. Checking in will be Eli Dick. And McAllister looks like they'll be going to playing in the area consolation side against Tahlequah next Friday at 7:30 as we have a push. This is going to be an offensive foul, and Dylan Circles is fouled out, and that gives the ball back to the Buffs.
Okay, Collinsville has no reason to boo here.
Collinsville just also gave McAllister a gift. It's not over yet all of a sudden. Before the ball was ever inbounded, Circles is fouled out with a push. Pouncil, what can you do with the gift? Pouncil looks. Pouncil finds Patton. Right block two is blocked, and that will do it. 8 seconds left wing. Brandon Smith fouls out, and now Caven Hill, after a little bit of a shove there, Cade Lee kind of extended his arm and tried pushing Caven Hill away.
And are they giving Collinsville 2 free throws?
Yeah, because they're in the bonus.
But how was that not a technical foul?
I didn't see any T be called, but they're getting 2 free throws and being left alone at the line unless there was a T called. The officials are trying to direct McAllister players, I believe, towards the paint. Now 2 officials are speaking, and Coach Dawkins wants an exclamation. Collinsville student section is starting to chant, "Start the buses." They did that up by 50 yesterday against Pryor.
They called the technical on Caven.
They called a technical foul on Caven Hill. And Caven was chirping, I will say, but Cade Lee was the one that extended the arm to push him away. So first free throw is good. They're going to get 4 here, which this is foul shot number 33.
They'll have 35.
Yes. He's made now both of them to make it 64-57. They'll get 2 more free throws
and they're
because
still
they're in the bonus.
Down there.
Caven Hill is still inside the circle. He's starting to chant over at head coach Todd Anderson. They're talking back and forth. The officials are trying to get Coach Anderson back to his sideline because he was chanting back at Caven Hill. So the official
are we not going to have a technical foul?
And Anderson was never teed up. There was an entire campus police officer or something that came over towards the circle to lead Anderson back to the bench, but they never teed up Coach Anderson. He and Hill were kind of talking back and forth with each other at the circle. Now we have 3 different campus police or police officers that are kind of monitoring the situation here. One is going back and forth along the far sideline. Coach Dawkins, he's giving like a cut it out signal. That's the best way I can put this. Officials are still trying to get Collinsville back to their side. With 7.1 seconds, we just need to end the game. And I think that's what McAllister's trying to do. I think they're just trying to say, because nearly the entire team is going out by the circle, and now they're going back to the bench. Officials are trying to get them back on the floor to end the game. This became a thing that didn't need to become a thing, because there was a little bit of a chirp from Caven Hill, and then a player for the Cardinals, Cade Lee, kind of gave him a little bit of a shove. They teed up Caven Hill. They didn't tee up anybody for the Cardinals. And how are they inbounding the ball when they should be going back to the line because they're already in the bonus? There should be, okay, and I'm not trying to advocate for more Collinsville free throws, but they should be having 2 more here. They've been in the bonus and they got fouled, and then a T came in as well.
This is a mess, Brandon.
They'll inbound. I don't even know why we're inbounding. And that is the end of the game. This was just a complete mess of an end of a game. The Collinsville Cardinals will advance to the area championship next week on Friday against Tulsa Memorial. That game will be held at 6 p.m. But what a wild way to end this, man. Student section going nuts over there on that right side. And a great game played by the Cardinals. Now the McAlester fans are kind of chirping back over at Collinsville fans as they lift the regional championship plaque. They're one game away from going back to the state tournament. Again, I just did not think that there was a whole lot there to lead to whatever mess that was at the end of this game. And now, again, we have people are trying to usher people out of the event center. No one got really kicked out. They're just trying to make sure that nothing happens, I guess. One person is bringing a police officer to the other side. This is something that, again, should never have been a thing. And I don't know how they got out of control. But it did, and our final score is 64-57, and now we just all have to make sure that calmer heads prevail here, and we just get to next week. Again, McAlester will be playing in the area consolation side. They'll be playing Tahlequah at 7:30, and now their path to the state tournament will have to run through either Tulsa Memorial, probably East Central, if we're being honest, East Central or Booker T.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at for the Buffaloes. As for the Cardinals, and they just one win away. But we'll wrap it all when we come back on what was a fantastic game. That was kind of ruined in the last 30 seconds. But 64-57 is the final. We will take a break and be back here on KNED.
This February, it's about more than getting from place to place.
It's about how you feel every time you get behind the wheel.
From comfortable sedans to versatile SUVs, there's a Nissan designed to fit your life.
With thoughtful design, advanced technology, and the confidence to go wherever life takes you.
And right now, enjoy rates as low as 0% and top dollar for your trade.
This February, love what you drive.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to Stipe Law.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready Z-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit, finish, and fireman. power in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto. Experience more. Vickers Power Sports. 1904 South Main. 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, Mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in. To keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. Welcome back to the Collinsville Event Center. Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown. We had a great game, like I said, for about 31 and a half minutes, and then all of a sudden in the last 20 seconds, things, I'm just going to say it, got a little out of control. And I keep on going back to my one statement. It didn't need to be that way. No. I have no idea how things got that out of control. I think there were other parts of the game where that could have happened. McAlester was trying to foul to send the Cardinals to the line again. You're going to look at this foul total, and you're going to look at this free throw total, and you're going to see a lot of free throws in this postgame stat. But don't get it twisted. Collinsville still had over 25 free throw attempts before McAlester started fouling at the end of the game to try to get the ball back. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to have to keep in mind what McAlester shot from the line as well. McAlester was in foul trouble from the get-go. Frustrations were kind of boiling over from that as well. There was a foul that happened along the far sideline, and it led to kind of a spat back and forth between the player. McAlester pulled theirs back quickly. There was a shove from a Collinsville player, and not like a big shove. It was just a little bit of a separation shove. I didn't think there was much there to warrant a technical for either player.
That's typically called a technical, though. In almost any situation, that's a technical.
But they gave the technical to McAlster's player, and the McAlester fans, and I'm sure our own team as well, were upset about that. When you bring it back to the entirety of the game as well. And then, for whatever reason, we're having coaches argue with what looked to be, I'm not going to assume anything because we're up here in the stands, what looked to be coaches arguing with players of the opposite team. No technical fouls were resulted from that. And then by that point, McAlester said, we're just leaving. They did not leave the floor. They waited until the game was over and they inbounded the ball, but they made their way back to the locker room. And it, like I said, the last 20 seconds didn't need to be that way, but it was. And that's going to be the main story of this game, which it shouldn't be because we had two great games, or we had one great game between two great teams. Collinsville's a fantastic team that was able to dig down deep, and we talk about all the free throws that they shot, but credit to them, they made them. They made them to be able to put pressure on McAlester. McAlester sent them to the line. They never gave McAlester an inch of space. And the Buffaloes just could not come back after they struggled to score for the first about 6 minutes of the fourth quarter, and that is really what it came down to in this game. But we'll give our final thoughts to this one when we get through our stats. But you're going to see a lot of the frustrations of McAlester fans and team when you hear some of these team stats a little bit later on. But post-game stats are brought to you by McAlester Auto Collision. They're who you want after the event. They'll make your vehicle look great again. Call 918-715-3173. Nate?
Rodney Washington was your leading scorer today. He had 27 points. He had 8 rebounds and 2 blocks. Next up, Caven Hill had 8 points on 4 of 7 shooting from the field. He had 5 rebounds, a steal, and a block. He also had 4 fouls in this game. Jasper Mead, perfect 4 for 4 from the field. He had 8 points, 5 rebounds, also did foul out. Brandon Smith had 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 offensive, 1 defensive, 4 fouls, 2 steals. Jacoby Boyd, 4 points today, 3 rebounds, 2 fouls, 3 steals. Davian Pouncil had 2 points today, 1 of 1 from the field, had 4 fouls and a steal. Ty Moscato, 2 points today on 1 of 2 from the field. He had a foul. Then, let's see, Gianni Fazio had 2 offensive rebounds and a block. Then Case Patton had a defensive rebound, and that will do it for individual scoring. And we'll move on to team stats now. McAlester, 45% from the field. They were 45% from the field and lost this game.
What was Collinsville?
They were 36%. McAlester was nearly 10% better.
I have never seen this either. A police officer got the PA mic and said, everyone go to your vehicles. We are not sticking around and lingering. Go to your cars.
Okay, I don't know if that means they're kicking us out too.
We're finishing this postgame show. Continue.
Okay, we're going to get through it real quick. Like we said, Collinsville, 10% worse from the field compared to McAlester. Both teams not great from three today. 5 of 19 from McAlester, 26%. Collinsville, 5 of 18 for 28%. McAlester was 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Good for 73%. Collinsville was 27 of 33. 33 free throw attempts. They took 3 times the amount of free throws that McAlester did.
They made 16 more than McAlester attempted.
Yep. And remind me what that final margin was again?
The final margin was 7 points.
There you go.
That's where the frustration comes over for McAlester fans,
yes.
and that's why I think things were added towards the end of that game there too.
We'll get to something else here in just a second. McAlester out-rebounded Collinsville today, 27-25, and I'm going to skip over one real quick. Collinsville forced 17 McAlester turnovers to 10 forced by McAlester. 4 blocks for McAlester, 3 for Collinsville. There were 24 fouls on McAlester today, 14 on Collinsville.
Man, it's just a rough game, and there's no other way to put it. And again, there's no discredit at all to the Collinsville Cardinals when you're talking about those stats and the free throws and the fouls and everything of that nature. But because they're a great team, and they made, again, it's hard to be able to shoot that way. Again, what was their percentage for the free throw line? That is a 82% free throw percentage with 33 taken. That is impressive. That's very impressive. But again, McAlester just couldn't overcome it. Not a lot of teams can overcome a 27 of 33 free throw tally. And like we said,
because it's not something that happens very often.
No, especially when you only have 11 yourself. And I'd say 6 to 8 free throws were shot in the final minute when McAlester was trying to foul. So most of those free throws didn't even come in the final minutes where you're trying to foul, getting the ball back.
Yep.
They still were about 25 free throws until you got to that point. So that's what really the game kind of came down to. I think McAlester played well enough to win this one. They just did not in the end. And that is a credit to the Cardinals making clutch shots when they needed to and applying tough defense. Because, again, you can talk about the free throws all day long, too, but McAlester had a 2-point lead going into the fourth quarter despite it and couldn't score for the first 6 minutes. And whether you're upset because of you feel like you should have gone to the line more yourself on some of those attempts, that's another story for another time. But as for this game, Buffaloes will just have to leave it in the rear view and get ready for Tahlequah, a team you've already seen twice this year, with your season on the line next Friday. That'll be at 7:30 at a site TBD. So your final thoughts on this one, Nate?
I mean, you kind of summed it up. It was a great game that did not need to end the way it did. I mean that's just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to talk about it anymore. I'm sure that there's going to be plenty of talk about it amongst the McAlester community, but we're not going to really talk about it here. Again, congratulations to the Cardinals. They're going to be moving on to the area championship game against Tulsa Memorial. Winner of that game goes to the state tournament. The loser of that game will more than likely play an Edison or a Booker T, an East Central. No, I have it wrong. It's going to be, we just have that. It's going to be either, looks like Shawnee or Edison Prep. That's what it looks like they're going to be playing if they lose that game or whoever loses that game. For McAlester, your path to the state tournament probably runs through East Central. You're going to have to beat Tahlequah, and then assuming that Booker T beats East Central, you're going to have to beat East Central.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like for the path on forward here. But, Nate, like I said, it was fun, and then it wasn't fun, and now let's get ready for at least one more game of McAlester basketball next week. And as soon as we find out where the site will be, we'll let everyone know on our Facebook and Twitter page. Again, that's McAlester Radio on Facebook and at Buff Sports Radio on Twitter. Nate, can you thank our sponsors one final time, and we'll get out of this gym.
I'd like to thank Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fenton Nissan McAlester, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank N.A., Stipe Law Firm, and Vickers Power Sports.
All right, looking at our board operator, Wyatt Hubbard, did a fantastic job tonight. Thank you, sir. And thank you, the listener, for spending your Saturday night with us as well. And one final time from the Collinsville Event Center in Collinsville, Oklahoma, it was the Collinsville Cardinals 64 and the McAlester Buffaloes 57. Until Monday evening when McAlester Baseball has a district matchup on opening day in Shawnee while we await on the area tournament on Friday. On behalf of Nate Brown and myself, this is Brandon Green saying, don't just have a great night, have a Buffalo night, everybody. Night-night, Harper.